Okay, cool. We're on. Hi, guys.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, cool. I'm Marian Man. I am friends with AJ. We've been friends since I think I was like 15.
Yeah.
Let me figure it out. It's been a really long time. I'm 30. I know I still look 15, but I'm 30. So we go way back. And so I'm going to share about the Fab 4 with Plexus for anyone who's curious what it is, what it's done for me, what it's done for AJ. And so I guess a little bit about me. I heard about Plexus through my sister Rebecca, who lives on Hawaii. And they eat a really good diet. They eat plant-based. She was like baking beans from scratch. She was making all her food, and they were doing really well and feeling really well. But Rebecca still needed to have like coffee throughout the day to like get her through the day, like 3 cups. And then at night she wasn't able to fall asleep, so she needed melatonin. So then she'd have to take melatonin to fall asleep. And so anyway, she tried Plexus and she got amazing results. Like she had energy, her warts went away, her toe fungus went away, which is really common on the islands. And so I was kind of intrigued. And so then my mom started taking Plexus, and she's had eczema since she was a baby. And my mom's also had toe fungus, which now I'm laughing because it's making it sound like my family's like ogres, but they really are nice looking people.
They are. I can confirm it.
So anyways, my mom started taking it and her eczema started going away. And I had seen her try everything. I'd seen her try every internal cream, external cream, antibiotics, natural, oregano oil, essential oil. It never got rid of her eczema nor her toe fungus. And when she went on Plexus, she was consistent. And within 4 months, it started going away. So that's when I listened and I was like, okay, I have to try it. And so I was kind of like Rebecca, eating a plant-based diet, eating really healthy. But I knew supplements could probably fill in the gaps. But I was kind of like, I don't want to take another supplement. Like I've taken supplements and I've never noticed anything. But because my mom and my sister are getting great results, I'm going to try it. And so I tried it and I was floored. Like I had way more energy. I was sleeping great at night. And energy is a really big deal for someone like me because I have Epstein-Barr, which is an autoimmune issue. Think of kind of like extended mono is how you feel with Epstein-Barr. And then I also had hypothyroid. So that makes you really tired. So to have the extra energy was great. And then I also didn't have sugar cravings anymore. And I lost weight because my hormones balanced. And I now am like symptom free from my autoimmune issues. I wouldn't say that it's gone, but I don't have the symptoms that are associated with it. So I knew it was doing amazing things. And then I also didn't have my food allergies. Like I had so many food sensitivities that I'd break out in rashes. It was kind of always like a joke. My girlfriends and I would go out to dinner. They'd be like, okay, we'll see if this is like Marian approved because we'll know because their skin will start like breaking out in hives. So I don't have any more food allergies, which is amazing. And so it's done really incredible things for me. And so I started sharing it, and that's how AJ heard about it. So I'll let her share what she's got out of it in the amount of time that she's been on it.
Thank you, Marian. So this is 1 month for me. Well, tomorrow is 1 month of being on Plexus Triplex, Mega X, and X Factor. And I am so grateful that Marian was so faithful to post on Facebook because I was actually looking at her posts since probably about January. And I was a total skeptic and was like, oh, come on, like, what could this really do for me? But I completely trusted Marian. Like she said, she's 30. That means I'm older than her. We'll just leave it at that. But we've known each other for about 15 years. And I would never in a million years think that Marian was exaggerating or lying about a product. So I finally thought, well, maybe I'll just start paying a little bit closer attention to her posts. So she starts posting about PMS symptoms. Ladies, listen, and men listen too. I would go through hell every month for 48 hours. And I have tried everything that doctors recommended, natural ways, paleo diet, maximized living diet, which is similar to paleo, I started making this green smoothie that was supposed to be a magic drink, and I found that it was actually really good, but it didn't help my cramps. I do yoga, I work out, and nothing would touch them. So I finally, out of desperation, because I just couldn't go on for however many more years I'll be blessed to have a period. I couldn't do it anymore. I was desperate. So that is the one and only reason why I decided to try Plexus. And I knew that it might take a few months to see improvements, but I was willing to try literally anything. So when I started Plexus, I found some other very, very exciting results as well. So first of all, I decided to weigh myself because I thought, well, this Plexus Slim, is supposed to help you lose weight. And lo and behold, I was 20 pounds heavier than I thought. God, how did that happen? Well, let me tell you how it happened. I lost my mom 2 years ago. That's like a big deal, guys. And I haven't really felt like myself. And clearly not. I'm 20 pounds heavier. So, but that's okay. That's just where I'm at. So I decided, I'm going to start taking measurements and see the progress that I make. So I haven't done weigh-in results yet, and I haven't done measurements. That's tomorrow. But what I can say is that I was able to put on a pair of shorts that I haven't worn since my mom passed away. And last summer, I couldn't even get them over my hips. So something must be shrinking. So that was really exciting. What I also noticed right away, literally the first day I took Slim, I sent Marian a message and I said, Marian, I feel like I took a hot yoga class, but I didn't do anything today. What is going on? And so she educated me that Slim is a natural diuretic, and it really was working. So I literally felt it that first day. And I wasn't looking for that. I literally was just looking for PMS relief. But the very first day I just felt like I lost water weight, and it was a great feeling. I had more energy and I started sleeping. I have not been sleeping well since my mom passed. It got a little bit better, and then I had knee surgery in January, and then I was all messed up. I have not been sleeping well since knee surgery, and now I sleep every night. The only time I don't sleep is if my little dog tries to wake me up to snuggle me. Well, my little 70-pound dog. And I'll take that. But other nights I sleep, and it's great. So I wake up and I'm not like a walking zombie. Anyone else relate? Walking zombie to the coffee pot. Not me anymore. I drink coffee once in a while, but when I say I drink coffee, I drink like a sip of my husband's coffee just because I do like the taste, but I don't need it anymore. And also within probably about 3 days of being on Triplex, my cravings for wine were gone. And that was a big deal when I started. I told Marian, do I have to stop drinking wine? Because I need a glass every night. And I did. It was like, I was like tapping my veins, like, give me wine, give me wine. Not anymore. Since I've started, which tomorrow is a month on all of the products, but I started Triplex about a week before that. So it's about 5 weeks on Plexus. And I've had, I think, 2 half glasses of wine. And that's nothing. I mean, I was hitting the bottle. Well, for me, a glass a night. So, it's amazing. The lack of food cravings. Oh, my dog came to see us. So sorry if she starts barking. She wants in on the fun. Immediately I noticed a difference in food cravings, that I wanted actual food. I wanted healthy food. I wanted fruits and vegetables. I wasn't a slave to the chocolate monster anymore. And it's been amazing and freeing. And now I get to enjoy stuff once in a while, just because I can, but it's not like every day after breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I want sugar. And so I feel free, and it's amazing. That pretty much, let's see, I made some notes so I wouldn't forget stuff. That's pretty much my experience so far in my first official month on Plexus.
That's
Marian,
so good.
back to you.
That's amazing. I know, it's like, and back to you. No, that's so good. And that's one thing I forgot too, is the PMS. It's like we all come to Plexus for one thing. Mine was skin rashes and food allergies, and then I got energy and lost weight and all those things, got rid of my autoimmune issue like symptoms, and it's just so crazy to me how we come to for one thing and then we gain so much more.
Right.
So I'm just going to briefly go over I call it the Fab Four, which is the triplex with our multivitamin. And so I'll explain kind of what those are. So first, I'm going to start out with our probiotic. This is called Probio 5. And so oftentimes people ask me, okay, so why do I need to take your guys' probiotic? Why is it different? For one, people are getting way different results on ours than other probiotics. I took other probiotics for years and years and years and never noticed any of these kind of results. And the reason why is when you buy a probiotic at the vitamin store or grocery store, wherever you get it, it's refrigerated. Typically it's refrigerated, which means that the bacteria is heat and moisture sensitive. So by the time it touches your mouth and goes through your stomach acid and gets to your intestines where you want the bacteria to be released, you're only absorbing about 20 to 30% of what you paid for, because that bacteria can't survive that process. It's too harsh. And so if you're like me, I would spend like a lot of money on a good probiotic. And it was going to waste because it wasn't even getting to where I wanted it to go. So that's one thing that's different. Ours is freeze-dried, which means it doesn't activate until it goes into your intestines. That's a really, really big deal. So it's a really powerful punch. And not only that, other probiotics, all they're doing is putting good bacteria into your intestines, which is good because if you know anything about gut health, your gut needs to have 80% good bacteria and 20% bad. Well, most Americans, it's flip-flopped. So it's 80% bad, 20% good. So that's a breeding ground for a whole host of issues. Your gut controls over 80% of your immune system. Okay, wrap your head around that. 80% of your immune system. So if your gut is not in good health, then you're going to have lots of other issues that stem from that. And so one of the things is when your bacteria is not balanced well, you have a thing called Candida yeast overgrowth. If you're not familiar with Candida, we're all born with it. It's a yeast in our gut, and it's made to decompose us when we die. No glamorous, right?
Yeah.
So what happens is if you eat an American diet with processed foods, processed carbohydrates, processed sugars, if you take an antibiotic, if you take a prescription medicine, if you take birth control, if you eat meat and dairy that is not organic and has been treated with antibiotics or hormones, guess what? You have Candida overgrowth because that causes for a bad environment in your gut. So that's pretty much, I'd say most people across the board, honestly. And so this Candida wreaks havoc on the body. And there are like hundreds of symptoms that are associated with Candida overgrowth, from anything from IBS to irritability to PMS to weight gain, where it's hard to lose weight, autoimmune issues, migraines, you name it. That causes a lot of symptoms in the body because it sets one thing off, which sets off a lot of other things in the body. Does that make sense? So anyways, you want to get rid of this Candida. Well, other probiotics, they can't get rid of the Candida. All they're doing is putting good bacteria in. So what are they doing to kill the Candida? Nothing. So our probiotic has enzymes in it, and these enzymes break that hard outer shell of the Candida. It's like a beetle-like shell of the Candida. And so the enzymes go in and break that shell, and then we have an antifungal which goes in and kills the Candida. So no other probiotic is doing that. We are it, and that is why we're getting such great results. So that's just a little bit on our probiotic, why ours is the best. And then what's super cool is we have our BioCleanse. And so BioCleanse goes in and it flushes out all that Candida. So all that dead Candida, you want to get it out of your system, right? So it's going to clean it out. So these two, I call them like a married couple. So the ProBio is kind of like going in and scrubbing the toilet, and the BioCleanse is like coming in and flushing the toilet. That's a good analogy, right?
Yeah, it's really good.
Now, most people kind of freak out when they hear the word cleanse because they think, I don't want to like have something that makes me go too much if they already think they're regular. But this is a nice gentle cleanse that's going to keep you regular and get rid of any kind of accumulation in your gut. So if you have slow digestion and you're typically constipated, This is a lifesaver. I have tried everything because when you have hypothyroid, your digestion is slow. And so I tried everything, even back in the days, like when I was not concerned about chemicals. I mean, I tried every drink, every potion, every yogurt, every calcium magnesium pill. Nothing ever worked like BioCleanse. So it's amazing because honestly, waste, people can carry up to, I think it's 20 pounds of waste, which is crazy to think of. And so the body is accumulating way more food than it's able to get rid of. Like we should be going multiple times a day. And so your colon, for instance, just your colon alone is as long as you are tall. So think of it as like if you have 3 cars going in a car wash and only one comes out, like there's going to be a backup. So that's going to cause a whole host of issues too. So our BioCleanse not only keeps you cleaned out, it has a special magnesium compound that does that. And 9 out of 10 Americans, get this, are magnesium deficient, which causes a whole host of issues too. And so ours is amazing. It also oxygenates the blood, which is really cool for like athletic performance or runners or things like that. So it's going to clean out your arteries. It's cleaning your blood. It's cleaning your intestinal tract. It's so good for you. So good for you. So I love that product. So it's kind of hard to pick a favorite. But anyways, these 2 are amazing for gut health. That's why we're getting such great results. And then this is my little friend, the Slim. Now this, because I'm literally so crunchy that when it said Slim, I was like, there's no way that can be made from plants and that it's natural, because that's what I'm all about. Well, guess what it is? It's all from green plants, and it's actually what makes it pink is beets. And so there's no sugar in it. It was actually formulated for diabetics to balance their blood sugar. But guess what, guys? Everybody can benefit from balanced blood sugar. So something that's really interesting about blood sugar is most of us, like I said, if we live a stressful life or even have any kind of stress or eat food that we're not supposed to eat, it's going to make your blood sugar go off balance. So your blood sugar, when it goes up, your body pushes out cortisol, and then your insulin has to go up too. So your cortisol and your insulin are like balancing back and forth. Well, you want them to be perfectly balanced, like a teeter-totter that doesn't move. And so when they're not balanced, though, that causes a lot of stress on the body. And so when your blood sugars are balanced, everything is just way more balanced overall. So here's the deal. When your blood sugar goes up, your insulin goes up. And so insulin is your master hormone. And so if your master hormone's off, guess what? All the other hormones are off. So blood sugar balance controls a lot more than we think. It controls our hormones. It controls our cravings. So like when your blood sugar dips, your brain, its main source of fuel is glucose. So it's just a natural instinct. Your body's going to go, I need carbs, I need sugar to raise your blood sugar back up. And then you go on this whole roller coaster again. And so that's why people aren't craving sugar when they're on Slim. That's why people aren't fatigued. There's no caffeine in this product. So it's a natural, sustained all day energy. So you're not having that 3 p.m. Like drop off where you're like, I'm just so exhausted, because your blood sugars are balanced. So you're not having that dip where you feel like you need to take a nap at 3 p.m. or grab coffee to be able to like get you through the day. And so this also raises serotonin, which is your happiness hormone. So you're much happier, you're more satisfied, you don't have the cravings. And like AJ was saying with her, PMS, it's really helped. Same with me. It's like, I don't even know when it's coming now. It took a couple months for my hormones to really settle, but I don't even know when, like my husband doesn't even know when it's coming. And that's saying like a lot. So the Slim is amazing. Like I said, I lost weight naturally because I also had like metabolic damage because my hormones were off, which most of ours are. Truthfully, they are. So I was able just to lose weight naturally. The chromium in it helps you build muscle. I just can't rave enough about the pink drink. It's so good. It's so good for your health. It's so good for people with adrenal fatigue too, or adrenal burnout, because if you have too much cortisol and insulin running through your body, guess what? Your adrenals, they're overtaxed. They cannot heal. It's too stressful on the body. Oh, and another thing, I could just go on and on about this. Stop blabbing, but it has alpha lipoic acid in it. which is a natural anti-inflammatory. So like people like my mom who had plantar fasciitis, it's like a chronic pain in her heel. She could feel it every day, and now she doesn't even have pain from it anymore because it's a natural anti-inflammatory, which is super cool. Oh, and it also helps lower blood pressure, cholesterol, lipid levels, and your triglycerides. So like my dad just got his blood work done. His cholesterol's down 15 points. My aunt just got her blood work done. Her cholesterol's down 14 points. So the proof is in the pudding and the blood results, which is so cool. And it's made from plants. Like, why not have something that gets to the root of the issue holistically? And then, I don't know, did you want to say something in there before I move on to the last one?
No, you're doing great.
Okay. So this is our multivitamin X Factor, and I just add this one in because it really is the Fab Four. It's the perfect missing piece to the puzzle. And if people can afford to add this in, I really highly recommend that they do. So why is our multivitamin the best? Plexus does everything amazing, and they really think things through, and everything's very well thought out. And so our multivitamin, not only do you have all the incredible vitamins that come with the multivitamin, but we have a special patented aloe vera blend. And so it's the whole leaf and the gel. And so what makes this really important is, here's the thing, when you're taking supplements, it's got to be in the nutrients have to be in the soil, right? Because if there's not good nutrients in the soil, then it's not in the plant. If it's not in the plant, then we're not getting it. So our aloe vera is grown on the richest soil in the world. It's grown in Mexico and Costa Rica, and it's grown on volcanic ash. It's like 5 feet deep. They tested our soil at Texas A&M, and it was the richest soil they had ever tested. And on top of that, most aloe vera plants take 18 months to mature. Ours take 12 months. So that says a lot. And then 2, they ran tests. Plexus spent over $80 million in testing and clinical trials and things. And they actually drew people's blood. And what they found was people who took any kind of vitamin with our special patented aloe vera blend absorbed the nutrients from that vitamin almost 400% more. So that's pretty radical. They were floored. First, they did it with vitamin C with the aloe vera blend versus a group that took it with water, just water. And then they just went so on, and so on. Vitamin E oil, all these things. And it kept coming back the same. So they were absolutely floored. So here's the thing. Not only getting all these good vitamins in here, all your good B vitamins, all the vitamins that come in a multivitamin, you also have New Zealand black currant, which has natural vitamins and minerals occurring in it, as well as iron. And so what's happening is you are absorbing all your Plexus products, all the food you're eating, nearly almost 400% more. Most Americans are nutritionally starved. We have bad gut health. So our cells are starved. They're not really absorbing all the nutrients that we're eating. It just kind of goes through us. So this is why people are getting such good results. And one really cool thing is because that New Zealand black currant has naturally occurring iron in it. My friend Amanda, who's pregnant, she's had this is her 3rd pregnancy. Her first 2 pregnancies, she was anemic. And no matter how, she took iron supplements, she tried to eat things with iron in them, and she always tested, her blood work always came back anemic, no matter what she did, because she wasn't absorbing it. Mm-hmm. She's been on Plexus and our multivitamin, and she is not anemic at all this 3rd pregnancy. And that's because she's absorbing everything that she's taking. She's absorbing the iron, you guys. So it's really cool. It's just cool to see. I mean, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of family and friends now have started Plexus with me and been on this journey, and the results are too incredible to just think that it's some woo-woo kind of product. And so that's why I tried it. And when my mom said her eczema was going away, I'm like, okay, where do I sign up? So anyways, that's just kind of that in a nutshell. I don't know if you want to add anything, AJ, or do you want me to explain how, if they do want to get it, the 3 options, or just stop there?
I think I'm good for tonight.
Okay.
Because I like to keep it short for people.
Okay, I know. I don't even know how
And
long.
I got excited, and I don't know how long we're at either because I don't see a timer. So I'll stop the recording.
Cool.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah.